wonderful Leisa Goddard, who is here from Adoni Media to chat to us. Leisa, so nice to have you this evening. Welcome. I am very, very well, thank you. Let's get into it. Now, should I be flattered or offended that my work was featured in episode 5 of Meghan and Harry's documentary?
I have to say that I was watching it. I sat through the full 6 hours. And
oh, good Lord.
It was a very quick message to say, look, you're on the world stage, you're out there. But look, everyone knows that, and you've clearly shown tonight how it was taken out of context. And that is what has been thrown at this couple over and over again, that what they're saying has been proven to be falsehoods in many cases. And now we've got this very strategic, I would dare say, PR strategy, which we've seen them roll out. We've had Meghan go out and had her hard hit with Oprah. Then we wind it back and we do the doco-series with Netflix, where it's the sob story, it's the love story, we want everybody's sympathy. Now, bang, we have the book.
Yep.
And from a family which is never complain, never explain, goodness me, they're doing the exact opposite. And can it please just stop? Now, I have to admit, I'm sure you will as well. You will watch the interview, won't you?
Oh, God, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yes, I can't wait.
Yeah. You will also read the book, won't you?
I've already got it on pre-order.
Now, I did some research. It may have taken us 6 hours to get through that documentary, but reading the book, 557 pages, I think it is.
Oh, that's a lot of pages.
On average, 18 hours.
Oh, heavens.
There you go. There you go. But look, I was glad to see you got a mention in it at least.
Thank you. I do put a lot of work into my YouTube channel, so I was very thrilled as well. Now, look, as we've seen over the last few days, there have been so many weird leaks coming from Prince Harry's book. The sort of semi-official one was featured in The Guardian that somehow managed to get a copy of the book. Who knows how the sympathetic media like The Guardian could get a copy. But this leak caught my attention. It basically claims that Prince William pushed Harry to the ground and injured his back and broke his necklace after an altercation over Meghan, where Prince William called her, I think, rude and abrasive, shock horror. But he's claimed this in this book. It's quite a thing, isn't it? I mean, if it's happened, that's unacceptable. Violence is unacceptable. But look, should we be giving Harry the benefit of the doubt here, considering his, as I mentioned in my editorial, loose relationship with the truth over these sorts of things?
Well, I think having watched this be drip-fed out to us, and let's face it, that's exactly what they're doing. His big complaint is about his relationship being used as clickbait, right? That is exactly what he is now doing with this PR strategy to sell the book. And at the end of the day, what's that going to do? It's going to line their pockets. So it's all about money. And if the strategy is to try to reconcile with your estranged father and brother, what the hell are you doing with a strategy like this, where it's a tell-all story about everything that could possibly be going wrong behind the scenes? I just don't see how, on one hand, he could be saying, I want to reconcile, and we've got the coronation coming up, so that will be a real test as to whether he turns up there.
Exactly.
But then you're orchestrating this campaign. It just makes no sense whatsoever.
It's like the world's worst game of reverse psychology. That's sort of what it reads as to me. Now, one thing that Harry's put in the book, which is, I just think, so completely dumb, he's admitted in the book that he killed 25 Taliban soldiers. That poses, obviously, the most ridiculous security risk from Islamic extremists, not just for him and his wife and his kids, but the rest of the royal family. What the hell was he thinking doing that?
It's really interesting that that's what you picked up on, because I had a phone call this afternoon, and it's incredible to me how many people are actually talking about this.
Yeah.
And if you go to the online comments, they're blowing up. So that's exactly what the media want. But to come back to the claim, or the laying out there quite clearly that it was 25 people that he killed, and that he's not ashamed of that.
Yes.
He has made himself a target. You would absolutely think, and he's worried about his security detail. Why would you do it? And I had calls this afternoon from people who have served in Afghanistan and been in Afghanistan and just said, this is just craziness.
It is insanity. And just very quickly, Leisa, the book is a little bit sort of sex, drugs, and a terrible family strategy.
And clairvoyant.
Exactly, and clairvoyant. What do you make of that, just quickly?
I think it's got everything in there that you need to try to sell a blockbuster book. It's nothing that the royal family would want to see out there at all. But I think it's very interesting that pre-orders are already at half price. So I think that says a lot, doesn't it? Like I said, we're all going to probably read it.
Yeah.
We're all going to watch the interviews. But I just don't see, at the end of the day, what does it achieve?
Exactly.
to get them back into the family, apart from line their pockets.
Well, exactly, because I don't really think they want to go back into the family, and that's the tragedy of it.
Thank God the Queen's not still alive.
Oh, heaven bless Her Majesty's soul that she doesn't have to see this. Thank you so much for joining me this evening, Leisa.
Pleasure.